Hello, you sexy sons of bitches. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? It's been a long time since we talked. It has. It has. Check your calendars. Check the date of the last vlog video that went up. I don't even want to look, but I'm here. Not dead yet. Still here. Still doing things. If you've been following the channel, I just released several new videos. Yeah. Speaking of new videos, let's talk about those. But before that, you know what? Let me apologize for this setup. It's kind of a weird setup. I wanted to get the monitors behind me and everything. And when I set the camera up and I started recording, and I pulled this out, and I was like, well, this doesn't really work. This doesn't come out any further, and this doesn't really turn nicely because it hits this little knobby knob here. So you're just gonna have to deal with this BBM in my face for the remainder of this video. BBM is Big Black Microphone, if y'all are not up to date with the acronyms around here. So yeah, so I finally finished some computer hardware stuff, which you might, can you see it? Can you see it? Is along the edge there? I think you can see the edge of it. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, so we finally finished that. The hardware setup is done with an asterisk. There's always going to be an asterisk there, especially with water cooling stuff, you know, all the maintenance you need to do to it and whatnot. But there's going to be another vlog after this one sometime within the next few weeks about, we're going to talk about hardware. Also, I'm right up against the desk here. So if I'm like wobbling around, I'm trying to like this, if this is what this looks like, that's because I'm right up against the back of the desk and I can't really get, this was not really the ideal setup. Although I'll probably do something like this in the future and you'll just have to deal with it then too. So anyway, hardware's done, so we can finally get to making videos. You've maybe noticed there's a few videos that have been coming out on a semi-regular basis here. Redid the video effects stuff. While it wasn't necessary that was needed to be redone, I was just, you know, I wanted to consolidate all of the other stuff I had, although that stuff is still available. The older ISBoxer 41 video effects videos are still available on my channel. Clearly they are. And I just wanted to consolidate that stuff and put it in one long video. For the most part, I think I'll talk about pretty much everything that needed to be talked about for people who were first starting. And then on top of that, I put the TLDW. I made the TLDW video, which I thought was fantastic. Just hit the point, just bam, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Video effects are set up, right? TLDW is too long didn't watch, right? That stems from TLDR, too long didn't read. Right, so the TLDW videos will continue where necessary, whenever there's a longer video. Not sure if it's going to continue on, say, like quick setup wizard videos, because those are kind of important, and I don't really necessarily want new people, sorry, there's something outside, new people to be skipping all of those details, although it might help veterans if there's just like specific things. I don't know, that's hard to do, Let's not delve too far into that. So in addition to that, I'm going to have a hardware overview video coming out. It's going to be detailing all that hardware that's over there. Over there. You can't see it. It's over there, though. We're going to talk about that. It's I was going to wait. I should have put it out maybe like 2 months ago. I was going to, and then I stopped. I put it on hold because I want to do some upgrades to that, which we're not going to talk about in this video. We'll talk about that in the other hardware video. But, yeah. But I decided we're going to wait on the upgrades for at least a few more months, and I don't want to delay the hardware overview video anymore because it's already so far out of date. I mean, the hardware is still what I've got, but what I mean is like my hardware is old at this point, so I'm going to be like doing this hardware overview, be like, hey, this is what I got, guys. And everyone's going to be like, bro, that shit is like 2 years old. Your hardware is archaic, Mirai. And I'm going to be like, I know. So I got to get it out sooner than later, and hopefully, I'm going to try to get that hardware overview video out. Dare I say within the next week or two at the very most 2 weeks, because I just need to record some audio, and I'm pretty sure I have all the footage I need because the footage was recorded months and months ago. Whenever I first put the thing together last year. And then I did a small upgrade to it a few months ago, and I got some footage from that too. But other than that, I should have all the footage I need. I shouldn't need to record any video footage. I have all of that. Just record the audio, slap it together, hippity-bibbity, and then we've got a hardware overview video that we can talk about afterwards in a vlog, because there's going to be upgrades. So there's that, right? So there's that. But there's a new video series on the horizon, and this might make some people mad. It might make some people happy. I'm not sure. Of course, if you're mad, if this is frustrating news, you don't have to watch the videos. It's you know what, guys? Check this out. You don't have to watch those videos. If you don't like them, you don't have to watch them. I promise you. So, in the past, Supernova and myself did a 2+3 where he played tank healer and I played the DPS. And those were fun, right? We did, I forget the tanks and healers he chose throughout his runs. I'd have to go back and look, but I played 3 mages, which ended up being kind of boring. Not a big ranged guy. I'm much more of a fan of melee. And then I played 3 paladins, which were a lot of fun, which that series was kind of abandoned. I still have the video footage from where we left off up until I think the late 70s. We were in Wrath content where we left off. And I have all that footage up to that point. I still haven't gone through it and released anything. I don't know if I will at this point. Maybe I will. But if anything, it's probably just going to be like a highlights video. I don't want to put out per dungeon videos. I don't think I do, unless there's just some really awesome runs in there. But that shit is really old at this point. I'm not sure if I'll get to that. I'm going to keep it around, but I'm not sure if I'll get to it. But him and I are we're gonna start up another one of these. And I know some people are like, oh, come on, Mariah. I hate these low-level runs you do. I hate vanilla content. Again, you don't have to watch this stuff. I promise you. I promise you, you don't have to watch these things if you don't like them. These people that come to my videos, they just downvote. They smash that downvote button. I bet that was loud as hell. I'll have to edit that down. They just smash that downvote button because they're so mad at me. I'm sorry, okay? We're going to restart at 2+3, and that's just the way that it is. And we're starting this. Today is June 4th, and we're starting at, let me double check the calendar, if I can find my mouse cursor. Next weekend, which is the 10th and the 11th. So June 10th, June 11th, and I'm going to try to remember to put up just like a little small 10-second clip, 15-second clip that says, hey guys, streaming with Supernova over on Supernova's Twitch channel. See if I can remember to do that this time. I had said that in the past I was going to do that, and I never did. I completely forgot, and I'll forget again. When you guys remind me, okay? Just remind me. But I'll try to do that just to kind of throw it out there and say, hey, we're streaming. I will, of course, record locally and upload either per dungeon runs if they're funny enough or entertaining enough, or just a highlights thing. And the reason I understand people don't want to watch, Scarlet Monastery for the 47th time, and that's understandable, but this time we're kind of switching it up. And by kind of switching it up, we're definitely switching it up because I'm playing the 2 this time. I am playing the tank and the healer. And he is playing the DPS. So let's talk about this for a moment. How much time have we taken up already? I've taken up a little bit of your time, but let's talk about the tank healer dealio and what's going on here. What to expect. So in the prior 3+2s that him and I did, I may have been accused of doing some showboating, and now that that's so far in the past, I will admit that I did some showboating. I certainly did. And I may have pulled some things I shouldn't have pulled at times during those runs, just to make sure that we could put ourselves in some intense situations. But we survived, right? I mean, that shit was fun. So we're going to do it again, but this time he could choose any class he wanted to. And of course he chooses hunters. And I think it shows hunters because he wanted to one-up me in the showboating department. He thought, man, how could I one-up Mirai? I know. I'll choose hunters. Clearly. They do amazing DPS. They're easy to play, especially when you got 3 of them and you're just worried about playing the DPS. I've got pets to run around. It's going to be like this wild zoo of pets, and he's just going to be shooting arrows out of every which way, and it's going to be a nightmare for me as the tank, right? It's going to be a tank's worst nightmare. He's going to be pulling everything. So there's only one thing that I can do at this point, and that's to one-up his potential level of showboating. We need to take this to the most extreme level of showboating possible that a multi-boxer can do. So I've gone with Paladin Shaman, and we can quickly go over why I went with Paladin Shaman. But I'm hoping, I have no idea what it's going to be like. Obviously, I'm at level 1 in the Draenei starting area, and I need to level these characters up. We're going to start in the late 20s, so somewhere around Nomergon, Stockades, Scarlet Monastery, somewhere where we sort of have some abilities already, and then the dungeons, they're kind of entertaining at that point. But of course, late 50s, they become less entertaining. So I don't know. Don't watch the live stream if you don't want to. Watch it if you do, but there will, of course, be the locally recorded stuff. But anyway, I'm hoping that we can just turn these dungeons into the fastest speedruns that we can, that we're capable of. I'm hoping to just be pulling like a wild animal, and he's just going to be flinging arrows around. It's going to be barrage central. His pets are going to be every which way, down every little tunnel, nook, and cranny. We're going to be pulling the entire dungeons, I'm hoping, and being able to take that out. I'm hoping to just completely up the level of entertainment and ridiculousness on top of that. Of course, if we die, I will try to do my best to cut all the bullshit out. And again, not sure per dungeon runs or highlight videos, but that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping him and I are going to be fighting each other to set, not like angrily fighting each other, but we're going to be battling on who's setting the pace of the dungeon, right? He's just going to be shooting arrows, and I'm going to be trying to throw down consecrates and throw my shield around like Captain America. So there's going to be that, right? And it's going to just be, I'm hoping it's going to be non-stop. And that's why I went with Paladin, because on the move, Paladin, I think, being the most very easy class, prop Paladin being an easy class to multi-box, just very self-sufficient regardless whether you're a multi-boxer or not. I mean, the bubbles, the self-heals, the lay on hands in an oh shit situation. I mean, you've just got so many tools with a Paladin. It's almost a no-brainer at this point. Warrior's got great mobility, but I think I'm going to be rage starved. He's going to be shooting his arrows, and I keep saying that. He's just going to be killing things very quickly. And I'm not going to have a chance to do anything except just thunderclap every few seconds. And that's going to be all I'm going to be able to do because I'm going to have no rage. So that's kind of going to suck. Druid, I don't know a lot about Druid, and I don't really want to be a guardian bear. Someone's going to mistake me as a hunter pet. I just kind of don't want that. Although I think they do like a swipe. They do like a 360 swipe attack. So it's probably pretty easy to just keep aggro as a Druid. Not sure. Again, haven't tanked as a Druid before, but kind of don't want to learn a brand new class for this necessarily. So I didn't go with Guardian Druid. DK is a little too far away to start with. It's level 58. Demon Hunter is obviously at 98, way out of reach of these starting levels. And is there another? Oh, Monk. Monk is. I've never played a monk in my life. In all of my WoW career, I've never played a monk. I'm not about to start now, and that includes monk healer. So we'll just jump into the healers. Not doing monk healer. I went with Shaman because it's my second choice. Really, my top choice would have been Druid, right? Because Druids are just ultra mobile, and being able to throw out hots just nonstop, I think would be so useful in a situation like this where we're just going to be speed running and power running through these dungeons as fast as we can. And I think the Druid would have been top notch had I had any knowledge about a Druid. Again, I know nothing about Druid, except that they have like 22 different heals. 7 of them are hots. You got to like stack hots in certain ways, and then you drop the big heal, and it does more stuff if there's hots still remaining on the guy that you're healing. And it's like, ain't nobody got time to remember all that shit, man. It is going to be speedrun central. So I think Druid would be a big fail for me. I don't want to look too terrible as the healer. So I wish I knew more about Druid. Druid is actually a healer I'd like to play solo and learn more, because when you fight them in PvP, they're like a goddamn raid boss. So, yeah, maybe somewhere down the line I'll play some Druid healers, but not in this run. I went with Shaman, a Priest. So played Priest in the past. Priest is fun and all. Wanted to switch it up though, right? Holy Paladin and Legion is kind of icky for me. I don't really like Holy Paladin and Legion. Past Holy Paladin and past expansions, maybe like Mr. Pandaria, Cataclysm, Holy Paladin. I like those. I like that area, but I don't like what they kind of did to Holy Paladin this time. They may be a top healer, like top of the game, but right now I can't get into the rhythm of it. I can't. So went with Shaman. I think we covered all the healers, right? I think so. I hope so. Just trying to breeze through this really quickly. So yeah. So Paladin, Shaman, he's doing 3 hunters, and this starts next Saturday, June 10th, 11th. I guess we're going to try to keep weekends consistent on this. So look for that. Look for that fun. Look for that. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to say about that. I don't think so. This is why I wanted to get the monitors behind me so I could like show off what's going on here. Oh, so I stacked them, right? I always, whenever I'm playing less than 5, or even when I'm playing 5, I try to like experiment with certain things. So maybe I can give people like ideas. They see these videos that I put out, and you can get an idea then whether you like this type of setup or not, right? So maybe you like the two-man stacked dealio, and you play with like a significant other or something, and you do the same 2+3. Maybe you like the stacked dealio like this, right? I was going to try, and I still might try, like a side-by-side deal. Maybe not. I don't know if it's going to be easy to just switch up UIs. Once I adapt this UI to the ultra-wide resolution that it's at, I don't know if it's going to be easy to swap it to something more scrunched down. So I'm not sure, but yeah, man, I'm hungry. I think it's time to order a pizza. I will see you guys later. Keep it real, and I'll see you on my channel.